What's up, y'all? Welcome to another stream. Yeah, I just wanted to share out the links to everyone now that we're live. And yeah, we're playing Spyro again. Reason I was running a little bit late is I noticed that there is some static happening while I'm streaming Spyro, and I have a hunch, like with my very limited techno savviness, like, you know, knowledge and experience, that it might be coming from a shoddy HDMI cable from my Elgato capture card to the to my computer. So I will work on that. Probably do some tests to swap out the HDMI cable because I'm hearing nothing but like static and mix of like game audio and my own mic as well on top of that. So it's giving me grief because every day, like when I stream, it's something going on where it just like goes sideways. But other than that, I feel like it's okay. Like I just wanted to kind of call that out as like, oh yeah, there's like always this random issue that happens whenever I go live. But yeah, we'll push through it. Thanks everyone for saying hey in the chat. We got Zod. Hey Zod, Papow, thanks for stopping by. Super appreciate it. I did catch a little bit of your interview with Ashley the Widow. Y'all are awesome. And we got Chubby Teddy in the house. Thank you for stopping by again, Chubby. I really appreciate it. You're awesome. You have great taste in music. Definitely want to try and like have some sort of like music discussion stream in the future. And Max was like super interested in doing that too. So we'll probably have like a few more guests also. So TBD. And then we got Tony in the chat. Hey Tony, thank you for stopping by. You're always super supportive of lots of folks in the community. So what up? And we got Ash Eternal. Thank you, Ash, for coming by. Oh, my camera is lagging. Okay, so it might be a discrepancy in the output of what my camera is pushing out frame per second wise versus what the stream is. So I can check really quick because I kind of see it on my end too. Yeah, let me see. So all kinds of technical issues. Okay, so it looks a little bit better. It might still be, okay, my camera's like trying to autofocus too, so I do see it still kind of like being choppy. Yeah, sorry about the quality issues. I just got this new camera, as you can see in the thumbnail, and I'm like, I was stoked because it can output consistently 60 frames per second at 1080, or at least that's what the box said. And the stream is being output at 1080, 60 frames per second. So yeah. But anyway, I'll just like, you know, do some more tests later. Again, I was like running late because of work and participating in other folks' streams and trying to get like warmed up and energized for this stream to come out. But yeah. Thank you everyone for coming by to make it. I know it's like really late on the East Coast, like 11 o'clock. So yeah, I know you're all super tired, but thank you. I appreciate it for y'all showing up to say hi. And we got the Twitch chat. We got Taylor in the chat. Howdy Rhea, sounds like you're in a rock song and your voice like a soft robot. I dig it. Well, let me know how the game audio versus my mic sounds, because it's also something I'm constantly, you know, trying to improve on. In the playback, I always like find things that I should have, you know, caught during the live, but you know, I'll hammer out the details eventually. So yeah, it's only been like a few times that I've streamed so far, and it's just been kind of like different issues here and there, like with the headphones being an ongoing issue, but with a different, you know, issue being the static that I'm hearing, and yeah, the camera that I just got to being kind of like choppy. But yeah, anyway, cool. So not to get too hung up on like quality of life issues with the stream and just sort of like enjoying chatting with everyone. We got Retro Complex. Hey Ken, he says, don't worry, stuff like this happens all the time. Welcome to my everyday stream. You'll get the hang of it. I hope so, dude. Like I would love for your streams or to be more frequent. I know you have like an IRL job, and then I have an IRL job too. So like time is like kind of a precious commodity, or a precious resource for for video games as a hobby. But yeah, like if you were to like go on cam and then like have your chat popping off and you know all that other stuff, I think it would be awesome. And you're welcome to like share your streams out with the rest of us too, like you've been doing. And just like I love how you're like pushing your actual like edited and you know finalized product videos out too. Like you're really pushing those. So and rightly so. Everyone should be watching it. So yeah, super cool. But yeah, I'm just checking what else I need to gather in this world. Okay, I think I need to go back to the boss level to pick up a gem I forgot last time. So I'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, the static in my headphones, it's not from the headphones because I did test out here listening to the audio in the intro and listening to like YouTube streams. It's all pretty clear in the headphones. And yeah, it's when I like listen to the game audio, it's when I hear the static. So I think it's an issue with the HDMI cable. But yeah, let's see who else is joining us. We got Antonio. What's up? Rip game audio, I guess. Well, can you hear the game audio? If not, I can turn it up a bit. Let me just check. I turned it down last time because there was like I was like competing with the game audio with my voice as far as like who could be the loudest. But yeah, I'll turn it up just a bit there. Let me know if that's cool. Okay, so I think we might have a troll in the chat maybe. Yeah, it's going to do. Okay. And yeah, let's see. Garget says try turning it down, I suppose. Game audio is definitely ripped. Okay, so. Oh, can you hear the static in the game audio? Like, please let me know. Game audio is creating tons of static. Okay, so that's. Okay, y'all can hear the static too. Okay, that sucks. So I'll go ahead and mute it then. Okay. That's a bit better too, even though it does suck that I can't hear the game audio with y'all. I could have some background music. I do have some like different like remixes and edits and stuff of like some electronic music, but I do want to just, you know, focus on the gameplay. So yeah, it is kind of weird playing in the silence again. Like last time, like when my headphones weren't working. But yeah, thanks for the pro tip about that. And Retro Complex says, yeah, later on, Rhea, check your audio. I think OBS reading two mics at the same time or taking audio from the cam. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I will definitely check that out. I thought there might have been like some interference with my headphones being really close to my mic. But yeah, I can try and isolate the problem and figure it out for next time. But yeah, and we got Max in the chat, Movie Madness and Entertainment. Thank you for stopping by, Max. Yeah, definitely go to bed. Like, it's way past your bedtime, mister, and you're gonna get in trouble if you don't go right to bed right now. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for all the support. And yeah, like, let's see. I'm trying to see where I need to go to finish this level so I can go to the next, world. I keep calling each level and each like home area with every level in it a world, but I'll try to differentiate it a little bit better. Like, so each respective world has 5 levels nested into it, and I need to finish this level before moving to the next world. So I will try to do better at remembering to differentiate them like that. I am looking for the last gem from this boss, so hopefully I am able to find it. And then we got Kaden in the chat. Hey Kaden, thank you for stopping by. Sorry I'm kind of overlapping with Saggy's time, but like I needed to try and motivate myself to stay committed to streaming for y'all and getting more comfortable talking. I kept thinking of like all the stuff I was talking about yesterday. I was just like riffing out of control. So hopefully it wasn't like too weird or off-putting or uncomfortable for anyone, like the topics that I brought up. That stream of consciousness thing was something I kind of dreaded because I figured it would get really weird, like just me riffing. but it didn't feel weird at the time, so I guess that's all that matters. Like if it just felt like a natural, like stream of consciousness type of vibe, then and y'all are okay with that, then I'm stoked to hear that, and I will definitely do it again. So yeah. But yeah, like I was thinking more about like, oh, like as far as like topics that I can like speak at length on pretty comfortably. Mental health is definitely one of them. Like, one of the things I was like thinking about today, like, was the fact that I hadn't taken time off, like in, I want to say maybe, 7 months, 8 months. Like it's ridiculous, and I'm sure other folks have like not taken time off in like much longer spans of time as well. So yeah, I can like riff on that a little bit. So like, I took personal time off like for about 6 weeks back in like March and April, and it was like really nice to have like a little bit of like medical leave and focus on myself. But yeah, since then, because it was such a like long period of time that I was on break, I felt weird about taking any more time off since then, and that's kind of why I didn't take any time off between for 7 or 8 months. And it's definitely not something I would encourage anyone else to do, like at all. And everyone in the chat, like if my voice is like too high or too low, because there's no game audio to kind of balance it out. Just let me know in the chat. But yeah, like we got Phil in the chat. Oh snap, it's Amazing Radio. Oh my god, no, you're too supportive. I'm not amazing at all, but thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, like about not taking time off from work, I understand some folks like don't always have that as an option depending on the industry that they are employed in. And believe me, I come from the service industry as like for like the past like maybe like going on 12 years, and I totally get it. Just being in this like constant state of perpetual productivity due to this like compulsion to acquire and save funds, like for like whether it be like a perceived threat of a rainy day happening, or like unforeseen events and things like that occur, or just wanting to have that sort of like peace of mind that you can afford to do something that you enjoy doing and have the funds to do it. It's just that you never really have time to do those things because you're constantly working. So there's that. Oh, hey Lewis, thank you for stopping by. I super appreciate it. Yeah, I'm also just taking a look at the playback. It's a little choppy. Yeah, I don't know. I have to like figure it out with this new camera and the game audio static. But yeah, anyway, I do like the lighting. It's a bit more on point. Yesterday was pretty dark, and the camera was a different resolution output than the stream output was. It was like 720 for the camera, and then the stream encoded in like 1080 60 frames. So I looked really blurry in comparison. But yeah, like anyway. Like I'll figure that out. It's always something during these streams. But yeah, like as far as like not taking time off because of those compulsions of like wanting to save funds, or like anxiety about job security if you do take time off. That's another thing too that kind of like kept me from doing that, is like that perception of not being productive, and then in comparison being being considered less than my contemporaries, or my teammates basically. So yeah, just like working myself really hard just because I wanted to have that security of like staying employed. So it's kind of a vicious cycle where you're working so much that you're because you feel threatened if you were to take time off and be perceived as someone who doesn't want to work, or that's potential time that you could have been earning funds, depending on like if you're like an hourly worker, like that's there's this perception of like, oh, I could be working and making money instead of like taking time off, which I did have for the longest time, which is really not good. It's kind of like a compulsive sort of like cycle of wanting to maintain employment as well as wanting to continue to acquire funds and like sustain a means for yourself, and a surplus of those means too. So yeah, it's just like a lot of folks probably have that same sort of like compulsion where they're like where they feel like they constantly have to be productive or earning money, or else they don't feel like they're being an effective uh, productive person. Sorry, I'm like also reading the feedback in the chat. Oh, we got Bat Channel. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Ray's best. She's always so supportive of other content creators like myself. Please support her and be giving her a like and subscribing to her channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. RJ, just FYI, your mic sounds very echoey. Not sure if that's a me thing or what though. No, it's yeah, it's maybe it is like because my mic is really close to my headphones. Like definitely let me know if it's more echoey now. I moved it further away. So yeah, I'm terribly sorry about the audio issues. It's something I've been struggling with for like the past like week or so, like trying to like upgrade my my setup and make it more make the quality of the content I'm outputting more professional, or quote unquote professional. So yeah, thank you for folks bearing with me during this learning process. I'm not an expert, I'm kind of just learning as I go, but yeah, I appreciate the support nonetheless. But yeah, like, so this like compulsion to constantly be producing value for someone else, it's definitely something that like I said I wouldn't get political about like my values and stuff like that, but like it's kind of like leaning on it a little bit, where like yeah, like we're kind of conditioned to always feel compulsed to be producing value, and it's not always value for oneself, it's usually value for someone else, and take that for what you will as far as like that take goes. I don't want to like dive too much into it because I did want to chat more about maintaining boundaries with work-life balance. And we hear that a lot, right? Work-life balance, but what does it like really mean? I guess like I don't really know what it means either. So like for example, like folks who work from home, like myself, I basically do my job, and then I'm still in that same space that I was doing work. So I'm kind of always thinking about work, because my space is where my living space is where I produce work. And this sort of like compulsive behavior pattern I mentioned about being constantly feeling like you need to produce value, it kind of is exacerbated by this like work from home, which like I'm not complaining about work from home at all. I love being able to like pull up my computer and work in my bed with my PJs, and be able to like take calls instead of showing up to like meetings and stuff. It's all very convenient, and it's all very like pro accessibility as well. And I can kind of like touch on that a little bit as far as like why that's like super important, especially for folks who are differently abled, or have like physical restrictions as far as like their ability to travel, and also being vulnerable to different ailments and things like that. So work from home is definitely what it is, pro accessibility in my mind, and making the experience for all employees more equitable, as far as like making all of our experiences a little bit more evenly leveled. So yeah, I was kind of ranting about that because it's like so applicable to like my day-to-day life. But what I'm trying to say is that not taking time off though, like because like you live where you work basically, it's a little bit harder to kind of like justify in one's mind sometimes when you do have that compulsive productivity like state of mind, especially when you work from home, because it's like, oh well, I could just like take a little bit longer break, or like log off a little bit earlier. So it's this perception that oh, I don't need to take time off because like I took an extra hour for lunch here. Oh, I like I clocked in a little bit later here and there. So like you're kind of like justifying like, oh, I don't really need to take time off because I'm like uh, able to complete all my tasks like ahead of time and then like log off early, blah blah blah. But you're still reporting in for work every day. So all of those days where you have work on your brain and you're constantly producing value for other people, you're kind of like sidestepping. You're prioritizing your own, sustained well-being. So on that note, let me just go ahead and jump in to check the chat. I'm going to go ahead and toggle it to live chat really quick. Yeah, my camera is really laggy, which is kind of discouraging. I was super stoked on this rad camera. But yeah, let me just go ahead and check in. I'm sure it's just a troubleshooting thing. Cool. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I missed a bunch of chats. I'm so sorry, y'all. We can just take a look at Spyro's idle animations. They're so cute. Such a precious little boy. Okay, so yeah, anyway, sorry. I get distracted really easily. Let's see. Phil TMNT, gotta say, nerding out. I got to be on the same panel with you, Ray. Oh, Phil, you're very, very kind. Thank you for the support. RJ says, oh, yeah, thank you for the pro tip about the mic. I pushed it away from my face a little bit more and away from my headset, so maybe that helps. Just let me know. And Phil says, as long as you're not overworking yourself. Well, yeah, that's kind of like what I was riffing on about, like, if you're constantly, justifying why you should continue to work, then you're never going to, like, stop working, and you're never going to, have time for yourself. And Antonio says, hello, sup RJ, hello, RJ says, hello, Panda Sub 2000, thank you so much for stopping by, thank you, howdy Ray and everyone, and Antonio says, great live, great stream, oh I wish, but thank you, I super appreciate it. Panda says, the echo could be a feedback loop, I'm pretending to know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, no, like, I'm right there with you, I'm taking all the pretend advice I can get. And Lewis Cox says, Ray, you're a great interviewer, way better than Max is. Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, like, I just like to get to the point sometimes. Sometimes I get irritated if, like, someone's, like, beating around the bush or being too nice. I don't know. And then I'm just, like, I want to, like, cut to the chase. But, yeah, we love Max, like, obviously, so, yeah. Bat Channel says, I have a Blue Yeti mic as well. Sometimes it depends on what setting you have it on. Bro, like, I don't know anything about these Blue Yeti mics. Like, this is, like, professional level shit, and I'm just, like, coming from using a camera with a mic installed into it. Like, I'm just, like, it's way out of my league. But I'm, like, trying to, step up my game. So thank you for giving me that pro tip about potentially the mic causing the interference, too. RJ says, it's okay, no worries, it might be because there's a mic on your headset that's turned on. I turned it off, I think. Let me just, yeah, no, it's definitely muted, but, like, potentially it might be because I have it turned on. Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, the headset is picking up the sound of my voice, which is weird. I'm going to go ahead and mute it. Okay, so... let me know how that sounds. Now, I can still hear my voice in the Blue Yeti, I think. So, yeah, let me just go ahead and try toggling on the Elgato. Okay, the static in the Elgato is still there, so I think it might be the HDMI cable on that one. But, yeah, let me just go ahead and, like, check in more with the chat. Yeah, like... yeah, my headset mic, potentially. I did mute it, but yeah, I have a feeling I might need to swap out the HDMI cable, on the Elgato, capture card. Eating Paste is here. Hey, Eating Paste, new camera is looking awesome. Thank you, bro. Soups appreciate the support. Yeah, sorry, I'm, like, catching the, static behind my pillow. Yeah, so while I'm fixing that, let me go ahead and fix that some more. This is, like, super irritating and embarrassing. But yeah, Yeah, I'm just noticing kind of like all the shoddy production value right now. Sorry. And let's see. Lewis says, oh, liking the shirt. Thank you so much. Okay, so like I'm definitely going to let's see. I think there was like an account that I want to remove from the chat. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And okay, so RJ says it's perfect. Okay, so me moving the mic might have helped a bit. Okay, so sorry, I'm like trying to scroll up and read the chats. Lou says the Spyro game is pretty dope. Phil says I like the layout of your stream. Thank you so much. Let's see. Facts, Lewis, especially since Activision published the game, which I'm surprised they didn't ruin Spyro. Oh yeah, Antonio, like I agree. I was like super sketch on the remakes, but they're very solid. And yeah, RJ, I'll go ahead and add you as a mod because I really need your help. It's like I did time out that one account, but yeah, I am going to go ahead and try to catch up with the rest of the chats. Kaden says same. Yeah, thank y'all for the support. And Bread, the Spyro game is better than the new COD games. I mean, I've never played a COD game, so I wouldn't know. And Panda says Ray is a solid producer and such a great voice too. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. Yeah, I'm kind of like flying by the seat of my pants in terms of like the streaming nonsense. So any encouragement is, you know, appreciated. Okay, yeah, RJ, you said it's perfect. You fixed it. Did I fix the? Okay, so the audio is perfect as it is. Okay, so the game audio is what I need to troubleshoot at some point. Okay. So I'm not sounding like an echo anymore. Okay, I don't know what she did, but it sounds good. I muted my my Razer headset, and I moved the mic a little bit away from me, so maybe it was muting it. Muting the headset that made it work finally. And yeah, okay, everyone says that I sound a lot better, so I will take that for what it is. And yeah, I will go ahead and jump into the next level. But yeah, so back to what I was saying about just taking back personal time from your work and not feeling like you're behooved or it behooves you to work more, or you're at the mercy of your employer to work as much as possible in order to sustain employment. Like weird things like that kind of like go through one's mind, and by one I mean me, in terms of like feeling like I have to constantly produce value in order to feel like safe or secure or whatever, and it kind of like doesn't feel like a safe like choice to take time off otherwise. Just gonna like fix my crooked pillow while you can see all the artifacts from my green screen and my choppy camera. But yeah, basically the point I'm trying to make is that in taking back your personal time and taking time off, it's something that I don't think anyone are. Oh God. Okay, so like they're on Twitch too, so that sucks. I'm gonna go ahead and check in on Twitch too. Give me a second. Let's see. Yeah, sorry for the weird stream, y'all. I am just like toggling through to hide some comments. But yeah. Am I not able to hide comments on my own stream? Like what the heck? Okay, so sorry, stream is very weird. Okay, so yeah, it's just like really weird. Okay, so like I'm just I'm trying not to like respond to that issue on Twitch right now, so I'm just gonna like go ahead and try to focus more on the game. Sorry, I'm like really distracted by all this like stuff happening. And yeah, I apologize for folks who are just like, what the heck's going on? But yeah, okay, so what I was saying, if it is an option for you to take any amount of time off, whether it be like, oh, like it's financially viable for you to do so, or it's psychologically safe. And what I mean by that is like you don't have a fear of like your employer making you feel as if you're at risk of being terminated for taking time off. A lot of those things are conditional of, you know, like different workspaces and things like that. And I don't have an answer for folks who do feel threatened or some type of way like that. So let me just go ahead and check in with Twitch really quick. I can, I should have probably modded a lot more people. Let me see. Mod some folks here and there. I don't want to neglect Twitch. I'm just like learning how to use it though right now. Let's see. RJ, thank you for stopping by Twitch. Okay. And then I need to add y'all as friends later. I have to do a lot. I need to like clean up my Twitch. I need to clean up my YouTube channel and my life. Let's see. Okay. So back to the game. So like anyway, yeah, like I was saying, you know, I understand like not everyone has like conditions that, you know, are viable for them to take more time off from work, and I totally get that. But what I'm trying to say is that the and I have a problem taking this advice as well. Like I know a lot of what I'm saying is valid and should apply to more people's, you know, feeling of like, you know, taking back, establishing their self-worth in things that are not just, you know, the productivity and or the value that they produce for others. It's just that it's very hard to like remove that thought from one's mind when we're conditioned to feel that way from like the very beginning of our lives. You know, like I was saying this the other day, like we're all sort of like, you know, commodified in terms of like our value in the world, depending on like how much we're able to produce in terms of like whether it be like physical labor, mental labor, emotional labor, like working with customers, for example, working with internal teams that, you know, you may not vibe 100% well with, working with like leadership that you may not, you know, be in 100% aligned with, in alignment with in terms of like values or direction of, you know, the company or things like that. Those are all challenges that folks deal with on a day-to-day basis that, you know, kind of determine, you know, their willingness to go the extra mile to take back space for themselves because of those anxieties about, you know, job security and, you know, perceived, you know, value that you're not producing if you were to take time off. So I'm kind of like ranting right now, but like what I'm trying to say is that like in deprioritizing your own, you know, well-being in favor of, you know, trying to, you know, maintain security in your with your employer, it's yeah, no, I don't have I don't have a perfect answer, you know, like, and I don't think I don't think me talking about this is supposed to be a perfect answer, but yeah, it's just really challenging, and I'm sure like a lot of folks are like, you know, kind of exasperated or grasping at straws to like find a good answer for, you know, their own respective, you know, situations as well. And I guess like maybe like that's me like, you know, trying to produce value for someone else by trying to have a point to this conversation. Sometimes just, you know, riffing is like fine enough, but yeah, like I do feel guilty that I don't have like what I would say is an equitable sort of solution to suggest to people, because I did bring up this topic, but yeah, like it's something that I'm me verbalizing right now, like, you know, that it is still an open-ended, you know, kind of, you know, dilemma for myself and other folks too, that, you know, it's, we don't have to find an answer for it right away. It's just, you know, acknowledging that it's an issue that exists and that it is, you know, quite common, and pretty widespread, and it does suck. And just acknowledging that it exists and that it sucks and that it needs to improve is the first step. Okay, so I want to take a small peek at the chat to see what's up. I know Twitch was kind of going ham, so thank you folks at Twitch who are, you know, keeping an eye out on stuff. Okay, so RJ says, Purple Boy hours. Yes, it is Purple Boy hours. Okay, RJ says it's all good, no worries. Multi-streaming is tough. It is, but, like, I'm enjoying it. I want to foster both platforms, and, like, I want to do the best I can at both. So it's a challenge that I'm willing to, you know, put up with. And we got, oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. My brain is like melting right now because like I want to pronounce your username, but like I'm blanking right now. I'm just gonna say it's Brian. Hey Brian, thank you for stopping by. Who's this beautiful woman on the screen? Oh my god, get out of here, get blocked. But thank you. And RJ says, over on Twitch, workload management is tough. I'm someone who kind of frequently procrastinates because I need a healthier work-life balance, but I indulge in laziness a bit too much. Honestly, that's me too. So like, with all the, you know, with all the, like, you know, important tasks and, you know, things I need to, you know, produce, at work, sometimes I get really overwhelmed and I just need to kind of like zone out and just like dissociate, for like a good few hours, or just sort of maybe like an hour or two, like either take a nap or just, you know, listen to a stream and just, you know, like chat aimlessly with folks in the live stream. Like that's a great way to kind of like decompress that I found over in the last year. So I have y'all to thank for that. Oh my gosh, who is this? Oh my god. Okay. Brian, you're trolling my Twitch chat. Mods, you know what to do. I'm just kidding. No, don't attack him. he's okay. But yeah, he's just annoying. I'm just kidding. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, Brian. I really appreciate it. Okay, cool. So let me just like toggle over to the YouTube chat, and oh my gosh, everything's popping off. Okay, so okay, so yeah, and yeah, thank y'all for helping me out with moderating this stream. I'm just like, I get overwhelmed when like, you know, like folks like need to like, you know, be taken off the stream. So I'm also trying to like speak at length while I'm playing this game, even though it's not super challenging. Wait, no, RJ, Brian is a friend of mine, or another Brian. El Payaso Manco. I think I pronounced that right. Yeah, like that's my friend Brian. So yeah, he's fine. Yeah, no, like I would love to be able to like do mod work and game and talk and read chats all at once, but it's really, really hard. So thank you everyone for your help with that. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, basically, what was I saying? Okay, so yeah, I got distracted. I was like semi-dissociating a little bit and I lost track of my train of thought. But like, yeah, so okay, so yeah, I really did lose my train of thought. But yeah, like with just like not taking time off from work and just like constantly producing value for other people, and neglecting your own, you know, mental health, or, you know, just like neglecting things that you love, like, and not making time for those. It's, for those things. It's something that, it's, a challenge for me to, you know, be mindful to not do that as much, but, I understand that, you know, it is for a lot of other folks too. And there's no like one size fits all solution for that. So yeah, in like taking back, you know, your own like personal space and time, like it's through these like small wins. Like for me right now, just like cutting out an hour of my time in the day to, you know, stream a bit. I I want to stream for at least an hour. I don't know if I can do 2 hours because like I'm a little bit like kind of overwhelmed with like all the things that like have happened with my production quality during the stream. So I'm kind of like still focusing on that a little bit, but I'm also trying to just enjoy talking with y'all, which I am. But yeah, it's like I'm just trying not to lament the stuff that like I can't really fix right now. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, RJ, you brought up a good point about just like sometimes like you have so much to do that you feel overwhelmed that you need to just like zone out. Yeah, definitely have done that for sure. And then I end up having like these like really short concentrated bursts of productivity, and then I feel like crashing. Like I'm kind of sort of like like a productivity binger, I guess, if that's a thing. So like I'll like be super productive like within like the first few hours of my day, and then I will just like crash after lunch, like because my brain was just like going like at 200 300x like speed or percent speed. And it was something that I kind of like brought upon myself because I could have like spaced out work and paced myself a bit, but I wanted to take care of everything like ASAP so I wouldn't have to think about those tasks anymore. But then I also like maxed myself out for the rest of the day. But yeah, let's see. Lewis says, you're doing a great job, Brea. Well, thank you. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying. It's not something I'm like, that comes naturally to me. I didn't know anything about, a lot of like the streaming software and like technical issues that I like am encountering. So, yeah, just trying to do the best I can. And let's see. Some of the things that like I try to do to like take back what little bit of space I can from work. Like this is like me in action right now. Taking back some time. Just to stream and chop it up with y'all in the chat. So there's that. And sometimes like just watching streams and engaging them in them and supporting folks who are also taking back their time with small like panel discussions about things that they're super interested in. That's also very inspiring for me. That's pretty much why I pursued streaming for myself. Discussion panels definitely take a lot of energy, and like I enjoyed doing them. It's just sometimes the feedback loop of like having a conversation with multiple people at the same time can kind of get overwhelming. So streaming solo is pretty fun. It's pretty sustainable in this moment anyway. Maybe down the road I would like play more like multiplayer games where like there's more integration of other folks' feedback on the mic or like in the audio. But yeah, we shall see. Like I said, I didn't want to overcommit too much or like make promises about certain content that I'm going to make, because it just depends on like the type of day I have that determines, if I want to, stream anything at all. Like today was pretty good. I was pretty juiced to stream and talk more about, mental health stuff, because I felt like it was a good conversation that resonated with a lot of other folks in the stream as well. But yeah, let's see. Well, at least I'm like living up to the headline in the thumbnail about playing Spyro badly, right? It's just that the super awesome camera I was juiced on is like giving me some frame rate issues, but I think that might be a setting in OBS that I can fix, because it was pretty seamless on StreamYard when I was on Max's channel. Like it was like super clutch quality too. So yeah, I'm sure it's just like a settings issue. Cool. But yeah, so that said, I do have some time off coming up, which is great. And it's during Turkey Week, and I will be going to visit my sister for my 30th birthday. That will be awesome. And we're going to go to Disneyland. That will be super awesome as well. One thing I did want to, try and do was like ride the or it's not even a ride, it's like an experience. It's like the Spider-Man like um, something something experience. I don't know. It's like not even a ride. And like for one, I wish it was a ride because I feel like that's like where I get the value in my ticket price is like being able to go on as many rides as I want. But it's fine. I'll check it out since it is new and it's Spider-Man, obviously. Um, and I didn't get a chance to check out Galaxy's Edge yet, so that would be something I want to check out too. Um, as far as like, excuse me, um, as far as like other rides that I'm looking forward to, so we're supposed to go to Disneyland proper. So like, we went to California Adventure earlier this year, and something that I noticed was like it's pretty hard to get tickets for both at the same time. So that's why we kind of had to settle for the California Adventure like 1 day pass, and potentially I will try to get the park hopper pass for both parks, but we'll see. If we can just get Disneyland, that would be great since I already went to California Adventure this year. But yeah, the time off is definitely welcome for sure. I was able to convince myself to, not feel bad about taking time off. It's a little more than a week. So what my plan is like, since Pokemon comes out, Pokemon Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond come out on November 19th, I am going to try and stream those as much as I can the day they come out. And I do have to catch a flight the next morning, so I will have to maybe call it short around like maybe like let's say like 10 p.m. If I can get like a solid like 4 or 5 hours of playtime and like the quality of the stream is on point. I guess like all of these are considered test streams like for that big day, right? So that's kind of like the objective there is to just find like perfect as much as I can as far as like the setup and in anticipation for like that big 4 or 5 hour potentially spectacle of Pokemon Shining Pearl, because I did pre-order Shining Pearl. And yeah, no, I'm like really excited to play that for sure. Like I love playing Spyro. I can play that like all day, every day, and I'll probably pick it up like occasionally here and there. But it's definitely just sort of like a warm up game, just to like get me into the groove of streaming as a production and kind of like figuring out how to sustain the energy and the conversation flow with like different talking points and getting just comfortable riffing on my own for most of the time. So yeah, Spyro was a good like sort of like practice, or a good game to practice doing those things with. So yeah, there's that. I've been playing this game like over and over for like ever since it came out for Switch. I did play it on PS4 as well. So that was also really fun. It's just like my preferred console is Nintendo Switch. Cool. But yeah, the what may work for other folks too, like that I've had discussions around like other types of mechanisms and or positive self improving mechanisms for sustaining mental health in the workplace. Apart from taking time off, like I said earlier, it's like finding small ways to express your creativity and your passions and your hobbies in between those like spurts of productivity, whether they be compulsive or determined by other folks that are projecting those requirements onto you. So basically, like if folks are like pretty beholden to like a work schedule that takes up most of their time, but once they're off work, they're able to like leave work at work and then focus on their hobbies or things that they're actually interested in. That's like a small win there, where they are allocating a part of their limited personal time and space to for self satisfaction, I guess, like, or just like, just experiences that are gratifying in and of their self, for that person. So like, whether it be like, drawing, or video editing, or playing video games, or going on live streams and chatting, um, all that stuff is like incredibly valid and incredibly, like, awesome for folks to be able to sustainably, um, like my friend Mia said in the Twitch chat the other day, centimeter by centimeter, just, taking back, one's space to focus on those things. But yeah, so I guess like what I'm trying to say is that there is definitely, potential for folks to, little by little, find ways to, create value for themselves and not for someone else. And that value isn't always like in the form of like, of like, whether it be like getting paid for like producing something or getting validated by someone else. It's just like, let's say like me, but just playing Spyro. It's like, it's not a multiplayer game. I've played it a bunch. There are no, like, leaderboards or anything like that, or like, there are world records for speedrunning it for sure, but like, I'm just like playing this at my leisure, and I'm getting emotionally fulfilled from that. So I'm sure other folks have their own, Spyro games that, or quote unquote, that that also like do that for them in terms of like producing value, like producing emotional value, basically. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pause and check in on the chat. RJ says, heck yeah, Among Us on stream could be fun, or Pokemon, or a multiplayer game to have fun with. Yeah, Pokemon would definitely be fun to stream, but like, I mostly play single player. But yeah, I would be down to do multiplayer for sure, like with the, um, I'm drawing a blank on what the games on Switch were. Sword and Shield. With Sword and Shield, there were like raids and, like, multiplayer battles and encounters that were really fun. So yeah, I would definitely do that. And then with Monster Hunter Stories 2, there was also a multiplayer element that I didn't really explore too much. But yeah, I would be down to kind of like figure that out for sure. But definitely Pokemon first. I'm not sure what other folks are going to be picking it up other than you, RJ. But yeah, we can definitely chat more about possibly having like streaming battles and stuff like that. And El Payaso Manco, Brian says, do you know the game called Drawy? I don't know the game Drawy. Wait, so like, I tuned in for like a stream of yours in the past, and you were playing this game with your audience, and it looked a lot like Pictionary. I don't know if like that's like the video game equivalent of Pictionary, or like a version of it. But yeah, just like let me know if that's what it was. Cool. So yeah, just checking in on the chat some more. Lewis Cox says, I haven't yet tried Galaxy's Edge and Harry Potter Land and Universal Studios theme park yet, but man, do I want to go and see for myself, but so much money. Yeah, no, for sure. And you're overseas, right? So like, it's kind of a big trek for you. And then like traveling, traveling just recently like lifted restrictions a bit, so it might be better. I'm not sure. I haven't traveled internationally in a bit, but yeah. Let's see. Lewis says, Rhea, what Pokemon games have you played, and what is your favorite Pokemon? Well, if you couldn't tell by the screen, my favorite Pokemon are Dragonite and Raichu. Alolan Raichu has my heart for sure. They're just like, a little surfer psychic boy. So yeah. And then Dragonite, is obviously like a big old, dragon marshmallow boy. So yeah, he's great. Or they're great. Yeah. Alolan and Raichu and Dragonite. They're, my picks for sure. I also really like Feraligatr from Gold and Silver. and Crystal, I guess. And what Pokemon games have you played? I've played all of them. I've played every generation of the mainline games. I don't dive too much into the spin-offs too much, because I kind of just want to play like the regular RPG style games and just sort of like zone out, and just like have a fun experience, you know, grinding my Pokemon, like leveling them up, and hunting for new Pokemon and like the grass and stuff, and doing trainer battles. So yeah, I definitely like to pad out my time with like all that stuff, like with any Pokemon game. And Lewis says my favorite Pokemon is Cyndaquil. Oh, Cindy! Yeah, they're a little cutie. Yeah, Cindy. Yeah, I had a friend who, like, I would call Cyndaquil because they were like, they were always sleepy, and their favorite color was like burgundy, and they had a shaved head, and yeah, they were basically Cyndaquil, basically incarnate. Cool. And we got Yield Nerdcast. Hey Devin, what's up? He said, I was supposed to have a vacation next week, but my car exploded. I don't want to take time off and not be able to go anywhere, but all the dealerships that cover my warranty are backed up till March. Dude, yeah, no, it's like, I'm hearing that from like so many folks where like their vehicles are like in need of like major, you know, servicing, and it's just like really difficult to get that done these days. I personally don't drive, nor do I don't have a car, let alone do I drive. I don't know how to drive, basically. It's kind of sad. And I am not lamenting that right now. So yeah, I'm sorry that that's happening to you though. But yeah, like taking time off is like probably not an option for like you said. So that's unfortunate that you had your planned time off, you know, disrupted by that happening. Cool. So yeah, I keep dying. I'm glad I'm like finding all these like random life chests, or extra life chests. Sorry, just repositioning my pillow. So yeah, cool. So like, during my time off, I think I'm going to continue to play Pokemon because I don't want to just like play it for like 4 or 6 hours or something and then just put it down for like more than a week while I'm going to be offline. But yeah, we'll see. Like, because I do want to continue to stream it once I get back. It just sucks because like I'm gonna like have so much fun streaming it like in this like long form, you know, like style of like on YouTube and on Twitch, but then I'm gonna like take time off like for Turkey Week and my birthday and hang out with my sister in Disneyland and all that other fun stuff. So yeah, that will be fun though. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. We're all done on this world. And we got the Great Council. Hey Lunga, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. As you can probably notice, there were some like technical issues during my stream as far as like the audio, the game audio giving me static. It could be the HDMI cord from my Elgato, and then my my Blue Yeti echoing. It was because I had my Razer headset mic on at the same time. So I muted that on OBS, and as far as the game audio HDMI, I had already started streaming, so I didn't want to bother trying to like find another HDMI cord to plug in in its place. So I just said, screw it, I'll play without game audio and fix it later. But thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it, and thank you for all your help. You and Yellow are like amazing PC and audio and video experts. So yeah, all of your expertise, like I can't thank y'all enough. So yeah. Well, currently you sound fine and it looks good. Yeah, no, so like one thing you might notice is that the camera is a little bit choppy. So like I got this this super awesome Logitech Stream Cam that's supposed to output or with streaming quality of like up to 1080 at 60 frames per second. And I think the camera settings don't match the settings that I have output for the stream currently. But that's something I need to investigate on my end. And yeah, no, thank you again so much for all of your support. Yeah, so I'm super glad that like I found your channel through. Well, I did technically discover you and Max from Three Buck Theater, but then like y'all have like amazing content on your own respective channels as well, and I'm glad I can just like come through and vibe with y'all in the live chat. And we got Ramblin' Man, Morning Raya. It's freezing in the good old UK. Aw, stay warm out there, Ramblin'. We're gonna have that music stream one of these days, and we're gonna have Gen X, and we're gonna have Chubby Teddy Productions. We're gonna have Max on there too, and potentially more people, cause like we're all just like fans of like 80s music in general, and we want to talk about it with each other. So that will definitely be a fun time. Just need to figure stuff out on my end because I had to troubleshoot some issues during the live stream, which was kind of embarrassing and kind of discouraging. But once I get everything settled, I'll feel more comfortable having folks on once I actually figure out how to do that. Cool. Okay, so there's a bot in the chat. I see you, bro. You're about to get the hammer with the quickness. GTFO. Get blocked. I hate that it's like still on my screen too, even though like I think I removed the message. Yeah, no, Twitch is like a foreign object to me. But yeah, I still want to try and like dual stream and see what happens. Like yeah, these like random bots coming through. Like yeah, that's something apparently. Okay, so let's see. How long have I been streaming? Let's go ahead and check the playback video. Okay, 66 minutes. Okay, so yeah, I did want to stream for an hour. I think I am all set on that end, so I'll go ahead and call it a night. Overall, I'm pretty happy with like the presentation of the layout. Like the lighting is pretty good. The camera, makes my skin look really nice, which is cool. And the lighting is keying out the green screen a little bit better too, which I feel is a good thing. So yeah, other than that, yeah, I'll go ahead and play the outro for y'all. Thank you everyone for coming to visit. I really appreciate it, even though it might be late for a lot of folks. But yeah, all right, I'll catch y'all later. Bye.